That was a overwhelming introduction. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Give me a second, yeah? Let me just get this switched on. Okay. It is an honor for me to be here today representing Pentas Flora. Pentas Flora is a leader in Malaysia's scheduled waste management and RRBO industry. When I was asked to give this speech, the first thing I thought was, shall we make it a marketing pitch? Right? Then I thought to myself, why? Why do we have to market ourselves so much when there's so many other things that's needed and other areas that needs to be touched? So what I realized was, let's talk about waste management, sustainability, the circular economy, and Malaysia. So I hope you're here to listen to that because it's going to be a little bit interesting. Not very technical, more detailed, and a little bit more interesting. Now, I live by a little principle of one of my mentors, which is Michael Jackson. How many of us here know Michael Jackson? Yeah? Remember what he sang before. Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and for the entire human race. And that is basically what our principles should be. Right? How does this work? Okay, so basically, for those unfamiliar, scheduled waste refers to any sort of hazardous material that can pose a significant threat to public health and the environment. Its proper handling is not just a regulatory requirement, but a critical step towards a sustainable future for our nation. DOE's regulations, the Department of Environment Malaysia, I had a chat with them the other day, and I asked them, so what is the complexity of the rulings? Now, what they said was, it's actually a very hefty fine. Those who are caught working with illegal operators or those conducting illegal operations could be fined 500,000 ringgit and a 2-year imprisonment. Not all, yeah? And a 2-year imprisonment. I said, what, that's a very hefty fine. They said, yes. And furthermore, we're increasing it to 1 million ringgit and 5 years imprisonment. So it is very important that even the government is emphasizing on this right now, which we need to take into consideration. Now, all of us know scheduled waste management or waste management is important. But how far along are we, right? Malaysia, like many developing nations, is grappling with a waste problem, a massive waste problem. Domestic waste generated by households, businesses, institutions constitutes a staggering 90% of the waste that ends up in landfills. Now, this means that majority of the waste we produce is coming from our homes and our communities. Yes, I was also told by DOE the other day that our landfills in Malaysia has reached a level where there is no more place to dump waste. So we have no more landfills. So where is this dump going to? Where is this waste going to? The most significant contributor to domestic waste is food waste, accounting to nearly 30% of the total. This is a concerning statistics for several reasons here. Resource misallocation, environmental impact, economic loss. The plastic plague is another area to look at. Plastic waste is another major contributor to domestic waste, accounting for almost 25% of the total. Now, you've got food waste and you've got plastic waste, taking up almost 60% of the waste that's in the market at the moment. Now, what does plastic pollution do? We're looking at marine pollution. You know, those little fish, those Nemos that we see swimming around are all going to die. Yes, we all say that. We all say, take care of the life in the sea. We see those turtles swimming around with straws hanging out of their nose. We see this all the time, but are we doing anything about it? That's a big question mark there, which we need to do something about it. We need to take care of the marine life. Microplastics. Now, plastics can be broken up into microplastics. And these microplastics go into the food that we consume, the water we drink, and leads to massive health problems. So plastic is an area of utmost concern. And what do we do about this? There's an urgent need for action as well. These statistics highlight the urgent need for effective waste management. The solutions in Malaysia, there are solutions. What do we do about it? Addressing domestic waste problems require a multifaceted approach. Reduce, reuse, recycle. We've heard that before, but I'd like to add one more R to that. It's not a 3R any longer, it's a 4R. Reduce, reuse, recycle, and repurpose. Now, promoting this culture is very important. We've all heard of this and we've all seen the signs around, but is there proper education about it? We need to bring this education to the public. We need public to understand it even further. Plastic waste reduction is an important thing that needs to happen. Food waste management is important. And waste management infrastructure, we have to invest in and improve waste management infrastructure in the country. Now, Pentas Flora has got our own re-refinery, but that is with scheduled waste. Now, what about your domestic waste? Yes, we are looking into that in the future, but what about now, your domestic waste? Remember, Malaysians who are here, who are sitting here, do you remember maybe about, I'd say probably 15 years, 20 years ago, or maybe 25 years ago, the government was very apt with their recycling message to the public. It was on on television. Every half an hour, you'll see an ad that comes on TV. And that ad would say, oh, there's a little dancing icon, and there's a song to it as well. And the idea was to get people to understand how important recycling is. Then they provided the red bins, green bins, yellow bins, and there was a big campaign about that. But as every other campaign, it came to an end. And when it came to an end, nobody's following it any longer. I give you an example, yeah. I share this a lot when I give my talks. My daughter, my children study in a school where we have to pick them up in a queue. So our cars are parked in a queue, right? So I was parked in the queue one day, waiting for the kids to come down. And behind me was another car, and in front of me was another car, but I was just waiting for them to come down. And I'm looking at my rear view window, right, mirror, right? And this guy at the back of me drops his window down, and he throws a packet out. Oh, I don't like that. I got upset, right? But I didn't start a fight, of course. I just sat there, I waited. About 2 minutes later, the window comes down again, and a Coke bottle flies out of the window. This, I lost it. I got out of my car. I didn't go to fight with him, but I went and picked up the rubbish. I picked up the rubbish, and he turned his face. From looking at me, he turned his face the other way. But you know what was the beauty of the whole thing? The back window came down, and there was this little boy, I would say probably 7 years old or 8 years old maybe, and he looked at me, he went like, "Uncle, I'm so sorry." What does that tell you? That tells you that the younger generation understands the importance of waste management, and the older generation doesn't. Therefore, the education is needed. And we need to have more of this kind of education to the public. Now, the consequences of improper waste disposal, it's dire, it's important. Recent tragedies like the Kim Kim River incident that affected thousands of children, that's going on till today. The affected children are still suffering till today. And the late 2022 oil spill incident near Selangor, this is a stark reminder that the environmental damage is something that we really need to look into. The Selangor oil spill. I want to touch a little bit on this for those who are not familiar with this. Yeah? The event wasn't just an oil spill. Yeah? It was a complex environmental crisis that far-reached lots of consequences. The oil spill originated from an accident involving a lorry carrying perfume on the North-South Expressway near Negeri Sembilan in December 2022. The impact was immediate and severe. The spilled oil, right, entered a nearby drainage system, ultimately reaching the Sungai Semenyi and Sungai Langat, two crucial rivers feeding into the water treatment plants that supply water to a significant portion of Selangor. The presence of oil in the water resources necessitated the closure of the Semenyih and Bukit Tampoy water treatment plants, disrupting water supply to over 472 areas in Selangor. This caused immense inconvenience and hardship for countless residents and businesses. It was horrible. I remember this so vividly, right? It was horrible, right? And it was going on for a long time. Now, incidents like this can be avoided, right? Accidents obviously can't, but treatment, immediate treatment, what do you do with these spills? Instead of letting it sit and letting it collect and go into the water system, what needs to be done? This is where education comes about. And this is where companies like Pentas Flora comes into action, right? While immediate crisis, the immediate crisis was caused from the Selangor oil spill, the long-term ecological and economic impacts are still felt till today. Yeah? There was the marine life impact because the water seeped into the ocean as well, ecosystem disruption, contaminated food chain, economic fallout, fishery industry was affected. Lots of things happened during that period of time, which is not too far away. Well, proper waste management is not just about avoiding catastrophic events like the Selangor oil spill. It's a cornerstone of a sustainable future. By implementing responsible waste management practices, we can recycle, right? We can look at composting, we can look at reusing. Now, reusing is very, very important. Wherever possible, significant waste generation can be reduced. For example, using reusable bags instead of single-use plastic bags, repairing broken items instead of discarding them, and donating unwanted items to charity. Why not? You know, the other day I went to my kids' room, my boys' room, and I made them pull out all their toys. I was surprised. The toys were heaped on the floor, right? And half those toys were broken, some of them not even touched. There were some toys with price tags still on it. And I looked at it and I thought to myself, my God, the amount of money I've spent on this, right? But you can actually reuse these items. What could you do with it? Donate them to charity. And that's what we did. I made my boys pack all of those toys, the good ones, of course, into boxes. I took them, my boys are 12 and 9 years old. I took them in the car, we went to a home, and I made them donate those toys to the kids. And those kids who came out and they received those toys were so excited. The look on their faces was just simply, there's no words to describe it. And my boys felt that as well. So today, they don't want toys anymore. I said, why? How come? Oh no, why don't we get toys for the home? You know, those words, when I heard that from my younger boy, was, we're doing something. We're doing something for the next generation. You know, and I hope that this continues from his generation to the next as well. Right? Now, at Pentas Flora, responsible waste management isn't just a service. It's a core value. Founded on the principles of a from cradle to cradle approach, we go beyond simply collecting waste. Our focus is on re-refining, recovery, and beneficial reuse of oils, RRBO. The innovative technology allows us to transform potentially harmful waste into valuable resources, minimizing environmental impact while creating a circular economy. Well, for a more in-depth look into our services, our processes, what we do, visit our booth, number 84. You cannot miss it. It's the orange booth that's just there. I think everyone has passed that orange booth, right? That's our booth. So go by, have a look. Talk to our people there. They will explain to you what is it that we actually do, because I'm not going to get into detail, right? We look into a few areas, one of which is the industrial waste management, where we look into plantation waste, oil and gas from the maritime industry, manufacturing, food and solid waste, not yet, but we will get into it soon, commercial and residential waste management, used oils from the automotive industry, clinical and household waste. Also, we're getting into soon, not yet. Pentas Flora stands out due to our unwavering commitment and environmental responsibility. We're a Department of Environment, DOE listed waste collector, testament to our adherence to the highest environmental standards. Yeah. Now, this is all textbook. This is all textbook. So, because I'm giving a speech, I have to mention a little bit about the company, right? Yeah. So I am going to go into this a little bit just for your understanding. Now, we hold various industry certifications that demonstrate our dedication to best practices. Our dedication extends far beyond certifications. We have strategically located offices across Malaysia, ensuring accessibility for all our clients, regardless of location. Our network also includes numerous conveniently located collection and storage points, further streamlining the waste management process for our valued partners. But efficiency doesn't stop there. Pentas Flora boasts a fleet of almost 200 trucks. So we have 200 trucks in the market. Now, when you see a truck pass you by with a lot of colors on it, you've got orange, green, and everything on it, that's actually a Pentas Flora truck. Yep. And this is because, why we have so many trucks is because we are very efficient when it comes to time management. So if you've got waste, we are there. That's just basically how we look at things. We also have a ship called Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is off the Johor Straits there. Now, what Jupiter does is it goes into the ocean and it collects waste from other liners. Or it also does deck collection. Yeah, so we collect not just from land, but off land as well. And at Pentas Flora, we believe that a clean and healthy environment is paramount for a thriving Malaysia. As mentioned earlier, and this is basically where we are located. So as you can see, we are all across Malaysia, both Peninsula and Sabah Sarawak. These are basically areas that we are concentrated on. I'm not going to get into detail of everything because if you go to our booth, it's all there as well. This is something I'm very proud of, our maritime services. Now, not many companies have got the expertise that Pentas Flora has for maritime waste collection and maritime waste services. Yeah, so we have the expertise not just from the innovation, but also the personnel expertise and trained personnel to handle the maritime industry, and that complements what we do on land as well. Well, while companies like Pentas Flora plays a crucial role in managing large-scale waste streams, the responsibility for proper waste management extends far beyond the corporate sector. It is a collective effort that requires collaboration from individuals, businesses, and the government. Right? I'd like to stress that again. It is a collective collaboration from individuals, businesses, and the government. Right? We need the government support because the government needs to help the businesses. We need the business support because the business needs to help the individuals, and we need the individuals to understand the importance of proper waste collection. Right, so by working together, the individuals, businesses, and governments can create a more sustainable future for Malaysia. Each small step towards responsible waste management contributes to a cleaner, healthier environment for all. And lastly, let's make Michael Jackson proud. What say you? And thanks everyone, and have a blessed day ahead. Now, as mentioned earlier, I'm Gunaprasath from Pentas Flora, and I'd like everyone to understand one thing here. I have pledged to waste management, to be waste management responsible. Can I get the pledge from everyone here as well? Can we say this together? I pledge. Louder, louder. I pledge. A bit, come on. Have excitement. I pledge to be waste management responsible. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day.
Hello, hello. Gunaprasath, stay up there for a little bit further, if that's okay. We've got some minutes for questions, if anyone has questions, after you've made your personal commitments now. Let's be waste managers. To be honest, I don't think we would have heard about waste management if we were at a similar event even 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. So it is so great to see that responsibility coming through now, and Pentas Flora has been a great advocate of bringing that topic through. So thank you for what you have shared today. Any questions we're going to take from the audience?
Try not to make it too tough, though.
They never do. They never do. No, always.
Yeah,
Vicky's
go
got
for it,
one.
Vicky.
Well, I think let's plug your roundtable discussion because we're running a little bit late, and I think that would be later today at 3 p.m. to 4. The roundtable discussion will be a continuation, really.
Yes, it's a continuation. We're talking about the circular economy, and that's going to be at 3 o'clock today. So if you're around, please do come for that as well. We've got great experts who are on the panel, and that's going to happen at 3 o'clock today.
Yes, moderated by no less than Guna. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day.